Guy Verhofstadt calls for united EU military to combat European weakness versus Russia. Guy Verhofstadt has called for a united EU military as the bloc looks to confront the growing threat of Vladimir Putin's Russia. MEP Guy Verhofstadt has voiced support for the European Union to form a united EU military in the face of Russian aggression in Ukraine. Mr. Verhofstadt told LBC that the crisis in Ukraine has highlighted a lack of unity between member states on military matters, and the MEP called for the creation of a European defense union. Mr. Verhofstadt told LBC, "The war in Ukraine shows very well the weakness of Europe and the European Union and the lack of unity, and certainly in the military. Because we have not to forget that Europe is more or less spending €240 billion a year on military, the Russians €60 billion a year on the military. So we are spending 4 times more, but that's not what you see in reality. So there is an enormous duplication inside the European Union. So I think that the European Defence Union as a European pillar of NATO would make sense in the future as one of the lessons of this crisis." He added, "Today, NATO is still, in fact, an alliance of nations, individual nations. And I think it's clear there's also the thinking in more and more democratic circles in the United States that we need a North Atlantic Treaty Organization that's based on blocks, on a North American bloc, on the European bloc, solid European bloc, with less duplication, with more efficiency, and that is, in my opinion, even more important than increasing the so-called military budgets. Everybody is talking of the need to increase it to 2%. But what does it mean if every military budget in every member state is going up to 2%? You're still continuing the duplication with more than 100 different military systems, when the Americans have only 20 or 30 different military systems and equipment. Turning to Brexit, the MEP described Britain's exit for the EU as a loss for the world. I'm still continuing to think that in a world, as we see it today, with the aggression of Russia, would have been stronger today if the UK was part of the EU. That I'm pretty sure," Mr. Verhofstadt told LBC host Nick Ferrari. Brexit was a loss for everybody, for Britain and also for the European Union. We never know what will happen, Nick, in the future.